Hello, everyone. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me okay and you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me. Just let me know in the comment section. I can hear you and I can see you. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me and you can see me. We're going to be starting shortly. We're just going to give like about 5 minutes so that others can join. I think that's the least we can do. We're going to give like about 5 minutes so that others can join. So in the meantime, go and grab your writing pad, go and grab your book, go and grab your water, because it's going to be a long time of learning. So if you don't have any of these things, go and quickly grab them right now. If you don't have any of them, go and quickly grab them right now, because we're just going to start like in about 5 minutes. So if you don't have any of these things, go and get them, because we're not wasting any time. So we're just going to give like about 5 minutes. So while we are doing that, let me know where you're joining this training from, your city and the country where you're joining this training from. So let's get to begin to meet each other. Let me know your city and your country where you're joining this training from. So while we're waiting for others to join, let's introduce ourselves. Let's get to meet each other. Let me know your city and country where you're joining this training from. I would love to like get to know you. So let's begin to do like all those introduction of your city and the country where you're joining this training from. Tell us your city and the country where you're joining this training from. And trust me, you should be excited that you're here today. 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 Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you should be excited that you're here today. And I can't over explain that, but we're going to be starting. We're just giving 2 more minutes, and we get started. 2 more minutes and we get started. 2 more minutes and we get started. So let's know where you're joining this training from. Let's meet you. Let's know where you're joining this training from. If, like I said, if you have not gotten your, like you don't have your writing pad, you don't have your pen, go and grab them, because you'll be needing it for this training. And I'm not joking when I said you'll be needing it. Trust me, you will be needing it. So go and get it if you have not. Go and get it if you have not. And in just 1 more minute, it would set the ball rolling. And I'm always excited when I show up in front of my students. I don't know why, but I'm always super excited when I show up in front. When I show up to teach, I'm always very, very excited. So you should be. You should be too. So, all right. Without wasting much of our time, especially for the people among us who show up early, we're going to kick things started right now. And we're not going to be wasting any time. So while we are at that, let me know if you can see this screen right now. Let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen right now. Let me know if you can see my screen right now, with showing the free webinar, Becoming a High in Demand Virtual Assistant. Let me know if you can see that. And all right, everyone, welcome to today's webinar. And nothing beats being in an environment where you're learning. I feel like aside from just learning, you're also here to learn how to make money, which is like the cocoa of the gist, right? So I'm going to get into it so quick and so fast so that we're not wasting any of our time. I'm just kind of also giving time for like others to join, and I think a couple of us have already joined, and we're just going to set the ball rolling. So welcome to the free virtual assistant training. I'm excited to really meet each and every one of you today. Now, I'm for many persons who know me when I teach, I always like an interactive section. Like your interaction in this section would like mean so much to me. So let's begin by like awakening ourselves. Let's begin by awakening the part of us that is probably not so, maybe the part of us that is dormant. Let me begin by asking how many of us are willing or committed to start earning online? Like right now, if you look at yourself, are you really willing and committed to start earning online? Let me know in the comment section if you're willing and committed to start earning online. Now, if you're in any African country, or let's just assume you're not even in an African country, and no matter where you are right now, you can attest to the fact that your 9 to 5 salary cannot take you home monthly again, right? I don't know how many of us are still earning the same salary that we were earning like maybe last year, last 2 years. And right now, can you look at what you're earning and look at your expenses? Does your 9 to 5 salary currently take you home the way it used to? Now, even if you're doing a business, let's assume you're not doing 9 to 5 because this issue cuts across to everybody. So let's assume you're doing a business, you're not doing 9 to 5. Can your earning from that business alone substantially take care of your bills without you feeling like you need an extra source of income? Right? Now, even if you're a student and you're depending on feeding allowance, and that is what you use to sustain yourself, maybe the last 2 years, your feeding allowance used to be enough. But right now, when you look at your feeding allowance, does your feeding allowance, like, can it sustain you? Does it sustain you the way it used to sustain you before? Now, this cuts across everybody, whether you're in Africa, whether you're in Jamaica, no matter where you are. Can what you're, because inflation is everywhere, right? What you're earning right now, can it substantially like allow you to do other things without you feeling like without you feeling like you're not doing enough, right? So if that is not as it should be, then what is the way forward? I'm big on statistics, right? So I wouldn't just rush into the training without walking you through some essential things that you need to be aware of. Now, according to recent statistics, of course, we're looking at virtual assistants. You're here to learn how to make money as a virtual assistant. But we wouldn't just dive into how to make money as a virtual assistant without even knowing the statistics around this industry that you're looking at. So according to recent statistics, the global virtual assistant market, which is the market where we are sitting on right now, is projected to reach a value of 16.1 billion by 2026. And surprisingly, we're already in 2025. So if you're not in this industry, you've not started looking for how to learn remote skills that can help you work virtually, I don't know where you're, like, I honestly don't know where you are at this very present time. And I hope that as you listen to me, you're not just taking notes, but you can also see like where the future is going to and areas where you can potentially join to like make money from. Now, we are just looking at the virtual assistant market. Now, let's take a closer look at the freelance market, because even virtual assistants, they are also freelancers. Now, a closer look at the freelance market is showing you that the projection as at 2023, the freelance market itself reached 445 billion and is supposed to, as at last year, grow to 500 billion. So if you're not in this industry, you're not seated in this industry, you're not finding how to get into this industry, I don't know where you want to be right now. Like, you need to buckle up. You need to like sit tight, because this is where I feel like potentially the money is. This is where even content creators, this is where they sit, because this is the freelance market. Now, this, if you're following me and you can clearly see what I'm saying, it demonstrates the immense size and the potential of the virtual assistant industry, the freelance industry. It shows you that this market is lucrative and everybody can tap into it, including you that feels like, oh, where do I even start from? So just follow me till the very end of this video. Don't be in a hurry to zoom out, because you're going to be gaining a lot of value from what I'll be sharing with you today. Now, the impact of inflation and currency devaluation on savings and earning power is the main issue, while it is important that you look for how to earn in dollar. So if you're not currently earning in dollar, now you could be earning in dollar and not earning enough, and you're looking for more ways to earn. Now, if you're not earning in dollar, you need to look for how to begin to learn in dollar, to begin to earn in dollar. So who could tell us, like anybody, who can tell us how much $1 is to Naira right now? Like, how much is $1 to Naira right now? It will shock you that dollar to Naira, there was a time dollar to Naira was 300. There was a time dollar to Naira was 360. There was a time dollar to Naira was 500. There was a time dollar to Naira was, right now, we are between dollar to Naira being 1.5. Sometimes it is 1.6. Sometimes it is 1.7. Sometimes it is 1.8. It can wake up and be anything at any time. Now, picture where your finances is at right now. Like, look at your finances. Look at everything that you're worth. When I look at myself and I'm looking at everything that I'm worth, in all honesty, is that where you want to be? Take a holistic view around your finances right now. In all honesty, is that where you want to be? Is that where you want your finances to be? Does the state of your finances right now make you excited? Does it make you even want to wake up every morning and feel happy? Let me see your reaction in the comment section. Your finances right now, if you picture it in all honesty, is that where you want it to be? Where it is right now, is that where you want it to be? Now, I want you to make a commitment to yourself, because it's one thing to say, oh, I want to make money, because everybody wants to make money. But I need you to make a commitment to yourself, like by writing. And when I tell people to react in the comment section, it's not just all about you engaging. It's just so that you're also having something that you're committing yourself to, right? You need to be active. Like, you need to, your body, spirit, mind needs to be involved. Now, who here is committed? Like, I want you to use your name and say that you're committed to making your first income online in a couple of months. Now, who here is committed to making their first online income in the next couple of months? Let me know in the comment section. Like, use your name and say that I am committed to making my first online income in the next couple of months. Let me see it in the comment section. Don't just say I am. Everybody can say I am. We are trying to put a commitment to it, so that when you say you want to do this thing, like, nothing will stop you. You have to just do it. So let's get it. Let me see those reactions. Now, sadly, but this is true, many virtual assistants survive. They do not thrive. And for me as an instructor, I feel like your goal as a person in this industry is to become an indispensable asset. And there are ways you can become an indispensable asset. And what I tell my students from time to time is, the only limit to the realization of your tomorrow, like, you see those dreams you have in your head, the only limit to the realization of that dream is the doubts that you have today. So my question to you is, what is the doubt that you have about yourself? Do you feel like you can't make it? Do you feel like you can't earn as much as you want? Do you feel like you can't get as much as you deserve? Now, I'm telling you that the only thing that can stop you, the only thing that can make you survive and not thrive, is your doubt of your dream of today. Whatever dream you have, it is valid. And I need you to begin to see into your dreams that your dreams are actually very valid. Now, that's just like an introduction of where we're starting from. And right now, you would have already been seeing, if you've been following me, how I am walking you through this, you would already be seeing what is in stock in this training. And your question might be, who is this young lady? Who is this vibrant young lady that is talking to me? Who is this person that is shaking the table? Who is this person that is pushing me out of my comfort zone? All right. My name is Chinyere Ni Agbasiere Udo. Agbasiere is my father's name. Udo is my husband's name. And I would say I see myself as someone who wears many hats. And not like I see myself, I wear many hats on a day-to-day. I am currently pursuing my second master's in the field of marketing analytics. So you're not just talking to somebody who does not know what she's doing. I got my first master's in communication May of last year. So I'm well grounded in this field. Outside of academia, I am a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a teacher, I'm a virtual assistant, and I'm a coach. That is why I am sitting here today and walking you through this exciting journey. So if there is one thing I love to do, it is being able to teach people, tell people about this field of virtual assistant, because this field has made me a lot, and I'm going to show you all of that as we progress. So don't be in a hurry, because we are just opening the tap of juice just little by little. So who is this training from? This training is for anyone who is tired of asking for urgent 2K or 5K, anyone who wants to learn in-demand skill. If you're somebody who is passionate about earning in dollar, this training is for you. If you're someone who wants to work remotely, even if you want to work hybrid and you want to work on site, this training is for you. So if you're a student, of course, you can see I'm a student, right? I'm a grad student. If you're a stay-at-home mom, I'm not necessarily a stay-at-home mom, but I'm a mom. So I can relate to the struggle, the hustle of being a mom and trying to become financially independent. If you're a father, I'm not a father, but I'm a parent. So I understand that trying to be responsible for your family. If you're a 9-to-5 worker, I currently in this semester work for about 40 hours. So I understand what being a 9-to-5 worker means. If you're unemployed, if you're a business owner, I'm a business owner, you can see that. And if you're a government worker, trust me, this training is for everybody, because we all need that extra cash here and there, and we all need that side hustle. And as I sit here, you can see your reality in myself. You can see that this person is a student, this person is a mom, this person is a parent, she works. And in your head right now, you're wondering, how does she do all of this? Don't worry, just chill. Let's continue on this journey. Don't worry too much. Let's just continue. Now, why should you listen to me? I have over 4 years of experience of being a virtual assistant. This year, 2025, will mark my 5 years of being in this industry. Over the past years, I have dedicated myself to mastering different platforms like Upwork, mastering platforms like LinkedIn, and other virtual assistant websites, and I've been able to see tangible results. I've successfully generated figures in dollar. For security reasons, I do not mention figures here. Now, I've worked with international clients over my period of this cumulative of 5 years. I have gained invaluable exposure to diverse culture, working ethics, business practices. I have an ongoing involvement in this field. When I say I have an ongoing involvement, what this means is I'm not coming here to give you cock and bull story. I'm going to be sharing with you what works, what if you potentially take serious can lead you to where you're going to. Now, so you can count on me for first-hand advice, actionable tips that you can begin to implement, how to navigate different platforms, how you can attract clients, and how you can build lasting professional relationships. I've taught over 1,400 students in the last 1 year, and most of them have gotten jobs. Some of them have gotten internships. So you are not in the wrong hand. And we have like an active, vibrant community that still supports like the entire of my students. So when I say you're not in a wrong hand, you're in a very safe spot that you eventually want to belong to. Now, what is my story? It's one thing for you to think that, oh, she just woke up one morning, she became a virtual assistant, she made it overnight. That is not my story. When I tell you that I'm the reality of many Africans and the reality of many of you listening to me, it is because I know this from a place of knowing, because I was once either in your shoe, trying to figure things out, trying to like ask myself what was the next step. I finished school 2018, moving into 2019 without a hope of finding a job. And when I say without a hope of finding a job, it's probably the story of many persons. I finished school almost at 26. And you know the issue around age discrimination in the workforce, especially in African countries. Most of the jobs I was seeing, they were asking for, like they needed people within 18 to 25. And if I was already graduating at 26, what does that mean for me? It means that there is potentially no hope. And I hope that you're following me on this conversation. So I potentially left school. And when all of my mates were wondering, oh, what is the next step for them? I'm going to start working and all of that. I didn't have any of such plan, because I'm like, where do I even start from? I was confused. So if you're out of school right now and you're like, whether you're 26 like myself or you're still trying to figure out where to go from, there's actually a place for you to start with. So in between those periods, I started making research. I started wondering what I could do, how I could just, because again, my parents have spent a lot to send me to school. The story is that there is no job. They need me to be doing something, right? So before COVID and after COVID, before COVID and moving into COVID, I started to learn. And as I was learning, I was documenting my journey on LinkedIn. And that was when a recruiter reached out to me, offered me a job. After a couple of interviews and all of that, I got the opportunity. Now, since that time, it was a beautiful opportunity, because look at me who was saying there is no work for me. And look at me who was learning how to just do things that I can support a business owner from online. And I started working. Now I started working then, and they were paying me 165,000. This was way back 2020. So 165,000 then is a big deal. Like, because most of my mates were working in different companies, they were going to work every morning and they were not even paid up to 100,000. So it was as if I was living in my own paradise as at then. I was working remotely. I didn't have to wake up and struggle with boss or anything. I had like my rubber table and my rubber chair in my parlor where I showed up to work and work from there. Now, moving from there, it's been a journey of learning. I have kept learning to get better. And I also still tell myself up to date that I need to keep learning to keep getting better, because nobody stops learning, right? So even when it got to a point when the company needed to like let some people go, my manager had to ask me, what else do you love to do? I said content writing. That was how she moved me into content writing. From social media management, I went into content writing, and the rest they say is history. Now imagine, even while I was on the job, I was not learning. I was just like, oh, this is my final bus stop. And from that place on going forward, after a year of working, I told myself that I need to see how to begin to connect to business people. And I started working with business people. As at 2021, I was comfortably making over $600 from the comfort of my house without leaving it monthly, excluding the naira that I was earning. So if I'm telling you that this industry work, I am not joking with you. I'm literally telling you the truth. This industry work. Now, another thing I would not lie to you about is it also requires patience and adaptability. Now, patience is because you have to learn. You have to put yourself there. You have to celebrate even your failures. And adaptability because you have to like learn new things like almost on a daily basis. Now, when I say you have to celebrate your win, you have to celebrate your struggle. Anybody that comes here and tell you that it is all roses, it is all beautiful, the person is lying. And I don't want to be that person who feeds you a beautiful, sweet lie just so that you can like me. It's an industry. It comes with its own peculiar challenges. But many persons have made it through this industry, so you can too. Now, my question for you right now is, if your finances could speak, like let's assume your bank account can talk. Let's assume the places you're saving, let's assume your finances could speak. Would it tell a story of success, a story of struggle, or a story of stagnation? Let me hear from you in the comment section. If your finances could speak right now, if your bank account had the opportunity to open its mouth and start talking, what story would it tell? Would it tell the story of success? Oh, they are feeding me well. Would it tell the story of this person is struggling? Would it tell the story of this person is stagnant? Let me know the story that your bank account or your finances could potentially talk about if it could talk. So speak for yourself, because at the end of the day, I feel like it might be a story of struggle, which is fine. Everybody once started from there. It might be a story of success, which is good. That is the end goal of everybody. It might also be a story of stagnation, which is fine. The goal is to move from whatever the story is. If it's a bad story, to move to the better side. If it's a better story, to keep making it better, because you don't want to. There's this adage that says that somebody who has eaten on a broken plate should never get to eat on a rubber plate. So if your finances it is well kind of story, do you want it to remain there, or you need it to move to a flourishing one? You need it to move from struggle to excitement. You need it to move from stagnation to surplus. What can your finances say, and where do you need it to go to? Now, these are some of the wins of what some of my students are saying about the trainings that we have had, and you can just easily read those on your script. So one of them is saying, thank you so much, Coach. You're a born teacher. Your teaching skills are 100%. For a newbie in the virtual assistant field, assimilation of the topic was easy. Thank you for being a true teacher. You poured out yourself completely, and appreciate your honesty. Thank you, ma. Another person is saying, greetings, Chinyere. I must really say that you're the best of your kind. Your classes are top notch, and you gave your best. Thank you so much for your unreserved teaching. Keep soaring higher. Coach, if I was not able to complete all the assignments, which will be true soon, power shortage, you are still the best. God bless you. And you can see as many reviews from this person has to say, Omo, this your class show plenty tools I never knew existed. It's good to say we don't enter inside tech now. This VA stuff is loaded. So you can see that, again, the reason why I show you what people are saying is so that you know that you're not talking to somebody who is without knowing what they are saying. And with everything I'm saying since, you should already know that I think this is your final boss stop. This is the person you want to listen to, and this is where you want to take action. What are we going to cover in today's training? I hope you're still with your writing pad and your pen. We're going to be looking at who a virtual assistant is. We're going to be looking at the skills and tools that you need. We're going to be looking at reasons for profit in this VA industry. We're going to be looking at how you can start. We're going to be looking at profitable niches and why most virtual assistants don't earn or land clients. We're also going to be looking at problems many VA face, how you can make 1K to 3K monthly as a virtual assistant. And finally, we're going to have Q&A section. We're going to begin with a clear overview of what the virtual assistant industry is currently, where it is currently right now. Now, who is a virtual assistant? Maybe you're hearing the word, or you've heard it a couple of times. I'm going to be breaking it down to you today. Or you've also heard it and you need further explanation to really understand who a virtual assistant is. Now, in simple terms, in a layman understanding, a virtual assistant often also referred to as a VA. Now, the acronym you will see most of the time is VA. Now, a virtual assistant or a VA is someone who helps people or businesses with various tasks remotely. What this means is that you're working from your home or from anywhere, usually using your own computer, either your phone in some cases, and you have an internet connection. So if you ask me, Coach, can I use my phone to become a virtual assistant? The answer is yes. Do you need a laptop to also become a virtual assistant? The answer is yes. There are some tasks you can do with your phone, and there are some tasks that you would need to do with your laptop. So there are a couple of things you can do from your phone. Now, being a VA means that you have variety of skills. You have like a lot of skills in your arsenal. Part of the duties you would do as a virtual assistant could include scheduling, appointment scheduling, management of emails, handling of administrative work, conducting research, creating documents, handling presentation, handling social media, and many more. I'm still going to give you like an adequate list. Now, I need you to begin to think of a virtual assistant as somebody who provides support from a distance. And when I say you provide support from a distance, it means that the person might be in London. Let's say the business person you're working with might be in London. The business person you're working with might be in the US. The person might be in Lagos and you're in Asaba. The person might be in Abuja and you're in Kaduna. You don't need to be in the same location to be able to offer your service as a virtual assistant, right? So often as a virtual assistant, you're working independently. You're also going to be part of their team, but you're working independently. What that means is they would not be chasing you around. Like, you know that you have to show up to work. You already have assigned duties that you're supposed to do. So nobody's going to be chasing you around. You have to work independently. Now, your goal also as a virtual assistant is to bring efficiency, is to bring relief to that particular business owner's business or like their work schedule, to make life easier for them. So if you're managing their email, you're creating content for them, you're managing their administrative work, you're freeing up time for them to be able to do other things. So simply put, a virtual assistant uses their skills and their expertise to assist a business owner, a firm. So when I say a business owner, as a VA, you can work with multiple people. You can work with a business, you can work with an individual, you can work in a company, you can work in a firm, you can work with different, and I'm still going to show you a list of places and more you can work with your skill as a VA. So again, just like the word virtual means remote, assistance means support. What a VA is someone who works remotely to support whether a business owner, a company, or a firm. Let me know if you understand clearly right now who a virtual assistant is. Let me know if this explanation is clear enough. So if somebody asks you right now, let's say somebody asks you right now, you're telling somebody, oh, I want to be a virtual assistant, and the person asks you, who is a virtual assistant? Can you clearly explain right now what you do as a virtual assistant and who a virtual assistant is? Like, I make it very simple so that it's not too ambiguous. So virtual and assist means you're someone who is working remotely and you're supporting a business owner. So now your skills and your expertise will now determine what you do for a business owner. So hang in there with me. Let's continue. Now, what are some tasks or jobs that you can do as a VA, right? Now, I'm going to have like a quick list of some of them. There are more, but due to time, I'm just going to focus on specific ones. You can do scheduling. You can do travel planning. You can do customer support, email and inbox management. You can do research and presentation. You can do file organizing and storing. You can do bookkeeping, social media management, digital marketing, lead generation, SEO, content writing. You can do graphic design, video editing, web development, data entry, administrative assistant. You can become a project manager, transcriptionist, sales follow-up rep, inventory manager, cold calling. You can go into telemarketing, order processing, competitor analysis, CRM, data management, recruitment, that is HR, process documentation, business development. Like, the list is more. So I need you to begin to think, what are some tasks that you can even actually, SEO, like search engine optimization, what are some tasks that you can begin to do even from your house that you don't necessarily need to be in person? Add them under here. Web analytics, marketing analyst. The list is entry. The list is like endless. Digital marketing. Like, just think about it. As long as it's not something like engineering that you need to be there to fix it, you can actually offer it as a service. Content writing, content creation, the list is endless, right? So begin to think about it and begin to see where these skills can potentially take you to. Now, who can you work for with your skill as a virtual assistant? So let's assume right now you're asking, coach, let's assume I have this skill in virtual assistant. What are some places or some people I can work with? And just like the list of the skills or the things you can do is endless, the people you can work with is also endless. You can work with business owners. Like, business owners typically need general administrative support. They need email management. They need customer support. You can do bookkeeping for them. You can do data entry. You can work with entrepreneurs and solopreneurs. You can work with startups. You can work with e-commerce business. You can work with real estate agents. You can work with coaches and consultants. You can work with bloggers and influencers. You can work with authors and writers. You can work with corporate executives. You can work with digital marketing agents. You can work with non-profit organizations. You can work with health and wellness professionals. You can work with podcasters. You can work with legal professionals. You can work with online course creators. You can work with event planners and coordinators. You can work with tech companies. You can work with financial advisors and accountants. You can work with travel agencies. You can work with educational institutes. You can work with HR and recruiting firm. You can work with fitness coaches and gym. You can work with creative professionals. You can work with real estate investors. You can work with speakers and public figures. You can work with language tutors and online teachers. You can work with tech startups and SaaS companies. You can work with crowdfunding campaign companies. You can work with financial technology, which is fintechs. You can work with startups. You can work with healthcare professionals. Like, I can keep going on and on. So your skill as a virtual assistant is in demand. Everybody, literally, every business owners, every companies are in need of virtual assistants. And like, I wish I can open your mind to see the magnitude in this industry if you're not already seeing it. But this is one industry that you don't want to joke being in. Like, you want to stick and be in this industry. Now, I could go on and on. The industry, the virtual assistant industry is vast. And no matter your level of education or major education at all, you can scale through this industry. No matter if you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a student who just entered the university, you're a student who is about to graduate, you're a father who is doing other job, you're a business owner, you can scale through in this industry. Now, the scope or the potential of virtual assistants is vast, and it continues to grow. It's expanding every day. More companies are adopting remote work. More companies are looking for digital solutions, things that can make life easier for them. Some persons are specializing in certain industries or services that can help VAs build expertise and attract high-value clients. So I don't know what you're waiting for. If you cannot already see where we are going to, you need to get some bottle of water. You need to get some bottle of clean water and wash your face, because we are not joking here. And I hope you're still here with me. Hang in there. We're just building, right? We're just building. Now, your next question will be, let's assume I want to start. I want to become a virtual assistant. How do I start? Where do I start? What do I need to start? I'm going to be explaining those to you right now. There are 3 things first that I need you to consider before starting the virtual assistant journey, right? These 3 things, I call it the 3R. It builds whether you be successful in this industry, whether you will stay eventually to the end, and whether you will thrive. These 3 things are very important. So if you're taking notes, you want to note them down. The first R is the right training. And even in the educational system, no matter where you find yourself today, whether you're selling to somebody, you need the right training. Whether you're trying to work in a company, you need the right training. That is why most of us go to school, right? So same thing is peculiar in this virtual assistant industry. You need the right training. Now, this could be formal training programs. This could be self-directed learning, and this could also be practical experience. So formal training could be you registering for a VA training. It could also be some experiences that you already have from like your formal training. It could be self-directed training, you deciding to like train yourself. It could be also coming with practical experience that you've gotten from a VA training. Now, the second R is the right skill. Now, you can have the right training, or you could have gotten a training, but you lack the right skill, and there is nothing you can do about it. Now, even if you don't have this 3R that I'm explaining to you, there is always a way around it. Now, if you lack the right training, we're going to talk about how you can get the right training. Now, the second R is the right skill. This is you understanding and fulfilling and having the skill that can fulfill your client's need. This could be technical skills, non-technical skills, ability to approach and resolve creatively, communication skills, and all of that falls under the right skill. So if you're looking yourself right now, you're like, I don't even have a training. I don't even have the right skill sets. Just chill. Don't be in a hurry. We're getting somewhere. Now, the third R is the right mindset. And even if I feed you all this information from today to tomorrow, if your mindset is already polluted, oh, this industry, I cannot make it. Even a prophet cannot help you know how to make it because your mind is not there. A prophet cannot teach you. Even a prophet pray for you today, it cannot solve your problem. That's because you don't have the right approach. Now, the right mindset is how proactive you are, how resilient, how confident you are in your skill, and how you're able to like adapt to new trends. What is your approach to when things are not going the right way for you? These 3R, they are very important to be able to thrive in the virtual assistant space. The right training, the right skills, and the right mindset. And towards the end, if you feel like, oh, I think I need the right training from this person that is speaking, or I feel like I need the right skill set, I need even the right mindset, I need to be in an environment where all of these 3 things are together. Don't be in a hurry. Just stay with me. Let's keep walking through this process together. Now, how do you eventually start? If, let's say, oh, I think I have the 3 skills. I have the 3R already. I have the training, I have the skill, and I have the right mindset. Awesome. But if you don't, just chill. Now, if you have the 3R, the first thing you need to do is to identify your skills. What are the skills that you have? Is it organizational skill? Are you good with communication? Are you good with writing, social media management? Make a list of all the skills that you are good with. After making a list of all the skills you're good with, research the market. Look into services that are in demand. Like, what are services that clients are consistently looking for? You can look at job boards. You can look at freelancing websites. You can look at social media groups to understand what businesses are looking for. Because you can say, oh, I have the right training. But do you know, like, what service can you potentially offer that is in need? It's one thing to have something. It's another thing to have what is actually in need. Now, if you've done your market research, the next thing you need to do is to create a service. You can't give what you don't have. If I approach you as a business owner, right, how do I know that you can offer this to me? You have to present your service to me, right? So you need to define the offer that you can offer, list it out so that when people approach you, you can be able to share like your services to them with ease so that they can understand. The next thing is to network and market yourself. Now, every business that you see, there is a reason why they are on social media. Why? They need people to know about them. There's a reason why they open their mouth and they talk. There's a reason why people run ads. There's a reason why people talk about their businesses. Why? They need people to know about them. So let's imagine you have the skill. Nobody knows that this is what you can do. How do you want to only rely on applying for work? Now, there is two ways around this. You can apply for work and not even talk about what you do. But the easiest way that we have found is you also being able to open your mouth and talk about what you can do. This could be in events. This could be with telling your friends. This could be like telling your family people so that people can know what you potentially do. The next thing is to start small and gain experience. Begin with smaller projects. Build your portfolio. Every VA needs a portfolio, and there is nothing you can do about it. The days when people rely on just CV has gone. Now, what most people rely on is, can you show us what you can do? And your portfolio is a clear instance of what you can do. Then continuous learning and improvement. And if you listen to my story when I started, you will see that aside from how I have made this, how I have made that, it was clear that this is coming from a place of consistently learning and improving myself to get to where I have gotten to today. Now, what are the skills and tools that you need to thrive as a virtual assistant? Let's assume you want to become a virtual assistant today. What are the skills and tools that you need? Now, these are basic skills and tools that every VA, you must know it. It's not negotiable. Like, it's not negotiable. You must know it. Whether you're an advanced VA, whether you're a beginner VA, you must know these tools. First one, let's begin by looking at the skills. The first is communication skill. You must be good with excellent written and verbal communication because you'll be interacting with people. And I usually tell my students, pidgin, they work here. You see pidgin, they work here. Worry English, they work here. Like, you must be able to clearly communicate because you'll be working with, you'll be opportune to work with international clients. Is it pidgin you'll be speaking to them? Or is it worry English you'll be speaking to them? You must be able to communicate. Like, in simple communication, you must be able to communicate. An ability to also write. Now, even if you feel like I can't write well, you can learn. I didn't become a better writer. Even when I became a VA, I still had to take how to write emails. I had to take courses on how to write emails, how to draft emails, how to sound professional. I took courses like that. So you can also learn how to speak well. There are apps that teach you how to pronounce the right words. Everything exists unless you don't want solution for any potential problem that you feel like you have. The next is time management. You must have the ability to manage multiple tasks and complete them within timelines. Now, another thing is technical proficiency. The basic knowledge of things like Microsoft Office, Google Workspace, how to use Drive, and other industry-specific tools. You must know how to use it. It's not negotiable. Again, adaptability. You must be willing to learn new tools. If you're not willing to learn, you're not willing to research, you're not willing to follow up what is happening, this industry is not for you, sadly. Will you make money here? Yes. But again, in making that money, you need to be ready. And again, attention to details. I tell my students all the time that attention to detail is not what somebody will teach you. Even if I sit with you in the same classroom, as tiny as you being able to pick out information by yourself, it is very important. Being meticulous, being accurate with entering information, document creation, ensuring that there is quality in what you're doing. It's not like you need to. You see those tiny little details, you need to be somebody who pays attention to detail. Are we following me? Let me know in the comment section if it is making sense and it is entering. And if you're taking note, let me know if this is making sense and it is entering. Now, what are the tools that you need in this space? Project management softwares. Think tools like Asana, Trello, Monday.com. Let me know if I should ride on. Am I making sense? Let me know. So you need project management softwares, communication tools like Slack, Teams, Zoom, because you will need them for communication. You need them for real-time meeting. Now you need to know how to use file sharing and storage tools, things like Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, because you'll be sharing documents from time to time with those you're working with. Then you need to know how to use calendar and scheduling tools like Google Calendar, Calendly, because you'll be managing appointments. Then you need to know how to use email software tools like Gmail, Outlook, and specific email platform. For you to thrive, I feel like even if you're going to specialize in other field, these are the basic tools that you need, and they are non-negotiable. When something is non-negotiable means that you cannot jump and become a website developer. You must at least be able to know how to use these tools. If not, you will still come back to learning these tools. Because if you're working with a company, you need project management softwares. If you're communicating with a client, like you're going back and forth with a project that you've done for them, you need communication tools. If you have to share a file with them, you need file sharing tools. If you need to schedule or book, like you need to set up your calendar, you need calendar management tools, and you need email management, because you'll be having back and forth with them in your email. So tell me, is there any of this that is not a necessity? They are all necessities, and you cannot do anything without any of them. Now, what are some profitable niches if you choose O? What are some profitable niches that you can decide to dive into and like explore yourself in if you choose to? These are just few. I think I give my students over 70 like during trainings with them, but these are just few you can look at. We have the real estate virtual assistants. With this, you can do social media management for them. You can also do content writing. You can do flyer. You can help them with like listing properties and all of that. We have e-commerce support. We have social media management. We have administrative support. And all of these varies with different things that you can do for them. Now, we also have bookkeeping and accounting assistants. You can also go into travel assistance, health and wellness support. You can decide to also venture into graphic design support. Again, like I said, the list is a lot, but I can't keep listing all of them, but these are just a few that you can look at going into. Now, let's say you're assuming or you're wondering, why is there even, she's been talking, like, why should I trust that there is profit in this industry to even want to give it a chance? First, the best time to wake up, I don't know about you, but the best time to wake up and chase anything is when it's in vogue, when something is in trend. Remote work is a trend now. COVID brought in remote work. Companies are still trying to most companies still work remotely. So your best time to go into remote work is right now, right? Secondly, it's a cost-effective solution. What this means is hiring a VA is often the most cost-effective because businesses can hire you and you will do multiple things for them at the same time, which will tie into the third reason. It offers flexibility and scalability. And what this means is when a business owner is using a VA, you have multiple skill sets, right? Now, if they are supposed to hire a full-time employer, what that means is they need to hire somebody for probably content creation. They need to hire somebody for marketing. They need to hire somebody for maybe flyer design. But most times, a VA encompasses all of these skills. And that way, you can offer these services to your clients. Like, you can offer these services to them and not worry. Number 4, increase entrepreneurship. As at this 2025, you can Google it. how many businesses will be created in 2025? Do you know how many businesses were created in 2024? Now imagine 2025, imagine 2026. There is an increase in entrepreneurship. And like I said, the best time to wake up and join a trend is when is a trend. Now, because there is a trend of entrepreneurship, and the trend of entrepreneurship is not ending. People want to own their own business. People want to make their own money. And because of that, you would need virtual assistants to do all of this for you. I think I have currently about 4 virtual assistants that work under me. So what are you not thinking? Why can't you see the potential and the possibility in this industry for yourself? Now, what is the reason why you're like, why is it that more virtual assistants? Maybe you have seen other virtual assistants, or you have virtual assistants who are friends. They are not earning and they are not landing clients. Or maybe you're a virtual assistant yourself and you're like, coach, I'm not earning, I'm not landing clients. I'm going to share with you the reason why most virtual assistants don't earn and why they don't land clients. The first one is setting your rate too high or too low without considering the value you provide. Most VAs, they don't know how to, they cannot articulate the value they provide. So many persons just woke up one day, took random trainings that can't even clearly position you. So if a training cannot clearly position you, how will you be able to articulate the value that you can provide to a client? You cannot. Right? Now, the second one is having vague or unclear description of services that potentially confuse a client. Now, some of you, when people come to you and they ask you, what can you do? You make a list. How can you I come to you right now and I'm asking, what services do you offer? You're making a list, email management. How can that list solve my problem? You're not communicating. Your services is not clear with a description of what it can solve for me. So why should I want to work with you when there are other people? Number 3 is so many of them don't have portfolio experience. And even when a client potentially comes to you, the only thing you have to tell them is that I can do this, I can do that. What can you show them? No portfolio, no experience. And your portfolio is potentially what you show them that has your experience. Number 4, so many people only rely on freelance platform. They forget that opportunities can also come in communities. They forget that belonging to a community is also very important. Because so many persons would have job and they will only share it with their community. You're not thinking about that. That's that. Now, another thing is demonstrate. So many VAs do not know how to demonstrate their skills and what the value this would add to their client's business. Another reason is so many persons do not invest in personal development or growth. Are you investing in your personal development or growth as a VA? Or you're carrying on your head, I've paid 120,000 somewhere for training. So because of that, I'm a VA already. Wake up. Wake up to your reality. The training might not even be adequate to prepare you. Maybe it's one of those training that you have taken and you thought you have taken training. But that's the truth. Unless you're somebody that likes to lie to yourself, can you beat your chest right now and say that if a client gives me a task, I can deliver? You cannot. Now, some VAs operate without a clear business strategy or plan. They don't have a plan. They are just shouting, I be VA, I be VA. What can you do? Now, some person focus solely, even when they eventually get clients, they are more interested on, I finished the work given to me. You're not building relationships. How do you think you will thrive over time in this industry without building relationship with your clients? How do you think that will be possible? Eventually, I think I tell my students this all the time. What would keep you in this industry is the relationships that you have built. So relationship building is as important as learning a skill. So that's that. Now, there are also common challenges that people face when they are beginning to start their VA journey. The first one is finding clients, and trust me, there is a way around it. The second is determining which services you can offer. The third is writing your proposal or your cover letter. The fourth is understanding your client's need. What do my clients actually need? The fifth is overcommitting or undercommitting. The sixth is setting boundaries. Some people do not know how to set boundaries. The seventh is difficulty in negotiating fair compensation for the services you have rendered. Number 8, some persons struggle to establish clear boundaries between work and personal life. Some persons feel like, oh, I'm not adequate. They question their ability. Some persons have issues with dealing with demanding clients. Some persons have issues navigating their agreement or contract. Some persons have issues juggling multiple projects at the same time. Some persons struggle with building trust and credibility. Some persons struggle with maintaining consistent income. Some persons struggle with marketing themselves. Some persons struggle with handling rejection and setbacks. Some persons struggle with isolation and lack of support. And some persons struggle with imposter syndrome. You know that feeling of, am I actually supposed to be here? Am I sure that I'm going to make it here? They are all struggles that we face in this industry. Now again, I've had most people come and ask me, is the VA industry only for women? The VA industry is not only for women. The VA industry is gender neutral. Anybody can become a virtual assistant, whether a man or a woman, a boy or a girl. This means that anybody, no matter your gender, you can become a virtual assistant. It's not gender neutral. It's not specific to one set of people. Now, what is the relevance of the virtual assistant industry in today's market? Increased productivity and support. If you're wondering, okay, if I virtually become a virtual assistant, what's the relevance in today's world? Increased productivity, adaptability across industry, improve customer experience, ease of scaling operations, enhance focus on core business objective, improve work-life balances for business owners, operational continuity, reduce burnout for team. Now, what is the future prospect of the VA industry? The world and business owners, like I told you, is beginning to depend on the VAs. And the important thing is it brings ease and relief to their work life and business life. So I don't think anybody will see, oh, this thing does so much good for me, and they say, oh, I don't want it again. So what that means is the VA industry isn't going anywhere. So whether you enter the boat right now to move with the moving train, or you choose to move in 2026, this industry would flourish with or without you. Now, the VA industry is expected to grow as businesses are growing. And I remember I told you this early, as more businesses are coming, the VA industry is expanding. There's like rise in entrepreneurship. Small businesses are beginning to demand the support of VAs. So the virtual assistant industry is a dynamic and a promising one. It offers flexible opportunities to support business owners, and it would continue. Like when I say it's a great career choice for those with the right skill, the right training, and the right mindset. Now, as we continue, more businesses will seek support, online learning communities will grow, and with the rise of also affiliate marketing, content creation, influencers, the VA industry will continue to expand. Influencers need VA. Content creators need VA. Social media creators need VA. What is that industry that does not need a VA? I've not seen one. So becoming a VA right now is actually, like I would say, your best bet and your best ticket to financial freedom. So your next step to start anything that you want to do is now. There is no right or wrong time. I was telling my sister this morning that I just feel like my 2025 just started. Why? I haven't felt energetic in the last couple of months. And today I woke up, I'm like, since yesterday, I've been feeling so much energy. And I'm like, it's as if my 2025 just started. So your 2025 can potentially just be starting today, and it's totally fine. You're not in race or competition with anybody. So whenever you choose to wake up to start your own race is a good time. Now, before the Q&A section, if you stay on the same, if you look at your financial part right now, where do you want to be in the next couple of months? Where you are in your financial part right now, is it where you want to be in the next couple of months? Is that where you want to be in the next year? Is a question I need you to ask yourself. Where I am right now in my financial part, is that where I want to be in the next couple of years, or is that where I want to be in the next couple of months? Let me hear from you in the comment section. Your financial part right now, is that where you want to be in the next couple of months, or is that where you want to be in the next couple of years? So even if you say, oh, right now I have like about 20 million, do you want to still remain in your 20 million? You say right now I have about 500,000. It looks okay. Is that where you want to remain in the next couple of months? Is that where you want to remain in the next coming of years? Looking at your financial trajectory right now, what is the goal and plan you have set for yourself in 2025, and how do you plan to achieve it? So if you want more from the year, you want to be higher, then what step are you taking to get there? Now, the issue right now is that many job seekers, and sadly, but this is true, many job seekers do not have the digital skills required for working remotely. Like, you think you've gone to school, but I can beat my chest and tell you that what you have learned in school is just theory. Nobody teaches you tools that you would use in the actual market when you have graduated in school, not even when you go for your master's. Most of them, I can't begin to count how many of my students that is telling me that this feels like they have just gone to school. Like, the exposure to the skills just feels like this is just me knowing what I should have known for like 3 years that I was in school, or 4 years that I have been in school. So you might be a graduate, but you don't have the skills. And as sad as this might be, that's your reality. So you can choose to fold your hand, or you can choose to step up. Sorosoke, you can choose to like open up and look for how to get those digital skills that can transform where you're going to. Now, employers now expect you to have proficiency in multiple tools, multiple platforms. And sometimes people are like, I've been applying for job. And I do like close with students, and I see that this person is applying for job, but they don't even have any skills. Then on what ground is the person employing you? What is your chance of securing that job when you don't have the skills that they need? Now, you might have the skills on practical, but you don't have them on theory. Going to school, if you have not heard it, is no longer enough. Hear it from me today. If you have not heard this before, going to school is no longer enough. It used to be 10 years ago. But now, in 2025, even as at COVID, going to school is no longer enough. So if you're still, every morning you're waking up and you think your certificate is all that you need, people without certificates are making millions online because they have the right skill. And you're bragging of a certificate that cannot lead you to anywhere. Certificate is valid. I have certificate. For me to be doing a master's, that's to tell you how important a certificate is. But I'm also telling you that in as much as getting certificates is important, it is the skills that you have that can make you potentially proud of your certificate. The certificate will not get you a job. What will get you a job is your skill. When you go for interview, they are not asking you, how many certificates do you have? Have you ever gone for interview and they're asking you, how many certificates do you have? They ask you, what are the skills that you have that can do this job? Why do they ask of skills and not certificates? Have you not sat down to think about it? So where do we go from here? Like, maybe you're like feeling, where have you been all these years? Why have you not heard this information all these years? Just chill. We're going somewhere. These are some job offers from my students in my community, and you can, even with a degree, with your degree in law, with your degree in marketing, whether you have a degree, whether you don't have a degree, there is space for you in this industry. And these are like some job offers. These students, I can clearly remember these students. The sister, he could not pay for this training. The sister had to like pay for him. And I remember the day he sent me this message and was like, somebody who could not pay for a training, like somebody who could not literally afford to pay for a training, got a job that was paying him over 200,000. That's crazy, but it's possible. Because anything, I feel like in this online space, for some persons, it looks like magic. Like, is this even real? Be there and be thinking if it's real. People are cashing out on a daily basis. You've not seen people say, how I made 10 million in a day, how I made 5 million, and in your mind, you think they are lying, and their money is chilling in their bank account. Okay, now, well done. Be thinking they are lying. And that's your mind cannot conceive yet what is happening. And that's your reality, right? So these are also some job offers from some of my students. Now, let's just get to what we have to do. And the way forward here is we have an upcoming paid virtual assistant training where you will learn all of the skills that you need to become a virtual assistant, and you will get all of the support that you need to thrive. When I say you get all of the support, I think I have a couple of my students who are here on this video. And when I say you get all of the support you need, I am not lying. You would get in our virtual assistant training, in our virtual assistant community, you literally get all of the support that you need. Now, what will the paid training do for you? Skill development. You're going to be learning essential skills that you need to thrive as a virtual assistant. You're going to master, like, when I say by the time you leave the virtual assistant training, you should have mastered how to use over 50 tools. I'm not joking. Aside from over about 10 to 12 services that you should be able to offer. And I'm not joking when I tell you this, because I have students who can bear witness to all of this, and the testimonials are everywhere, right? So professional confidence is one thing to have a skill, is one thing to have the confidence that you need. And sometimes by interacting with people who have this confidence, it just naturally comes to you. I have one of my students that say, because you're my coach, whenever I go for an interview, I go with the confidence I've gotten from you, coach, right? So incoming opportunities, we share opportunities in our community on a daily basis, we share job opportunity. As of yesterday, I think 3 of my students shared getting their VA job. So on a daily basis, and I'm not joking, on a daily basis, we share job opportunity. Now, I'm not telling you that we're the one that will look for a job for you. I'm very plain. But would we support you to have gotten to where you're going to? Yes. Right? And we're going to also teach you like all of that. I'm going to get to the course module, so just chill. You're going to learn time management and productivity, because you're going to be doing assignments and you have to show up for class. We're going to do job search and application, access to exclusive resources, templates, and long-term career growth, because you're going to be in our community. Right? So what would you learn from the training? The first section, we're going to be looking at the foundation of virtual assistants, overview of the VA industry, type of VA, human and AI, the evolution of the virtual assistant technology. We're going to look at key skills and competence for success in the VA industry. We're going to debunk means, mindset shift. With everything we have done today, you would have noticed my ability to like have a mindset shift where you are, because everything begins in your mind. If your mind cannot comprehend it, there is nowhere you're going to. So your mind should be able to comprehend what is happening. So we have like mindset shift. We're going to look at the benefits of becoming a VA, and you would have practical assignments. Section 2, we're going to be looking at essential offices and collaboration tool. We're going to be looking at softwares and platforms you'll be needing as a VA. We're going to look at Google Workspace, Google Drive, Google Calendar. We're going to look at Outlook, OneDrive, Dropbox. We're going to look at communication platforms like Slack, Zoom, Google Meet, and others. We're going to look at project management tools like Trello, Notion, Asana, Monday.com, ClickUp. We're also going to look at how you can manage tasks using all these project management tools. how you can create like boards on these tools, and how you can leverage Slack channels for like communication and collaboration. We're also going to have on the section 3, we are looking at AI powered virtual assistants. We're looking at introduction to AI assistants and their capability, popular AI platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claudia. We're going to be having practical insights on how you can integrate these AI tools into your daily workflow, how you can implement it for return tasks, and you're going to have practical assignments. At the end of every training, you go home with assignments. That's because we need you to have practicals. So this is not one of those training that you have taken and you think it's the normal, like you would work. You're going to work like you're going to a normal university, because it is actually a university you're going to. So section 4, we're going to be teaching you how to set up and market yourself as a VA, how to choose and identify high-paying niches, essential soft skills that you need as a virtual assistant, assessing your client's need and tailoring your services, building your professional portfolio from scratch, setting and optimizing your social media profile, LinkedIn and Instagram, social media strategies you can use to grow, and you would have a practical assignment. Now, in section 5, we're going to be looking at specialization and services you can offer as a VA, calendar management. We're going to look at travel booking, content writing and management, building a content calendar, writing told you that you believe in this training with at least 12 services you can offer as a VA. We're going to look at SEO and web research, customer support, lead generation, telemarketing, sales, and cold calling. We're going to look at the business of virtual assistants, client attraction, client retention, client management, client onboarding, and I'm also going to be teaching you how you can dictate fake jobs and safeguard your interests so that you don't fall victims. That's not all. In section 7, we're also going to be looking at other advanced skills that you need. We're going to have an introduction to CRM. We're going to be looking at HubSpot, Zoho, and the likes. We're going to look at time management apps, time tracking and productivity tools. We're going to look at security tools, guidelines for maintaining confidentiality in communication, measures you can put in place to protect sensitive information, understanding and maintaining boundaries in professional setting, and we're going to look at ethical use of AI tools in virtual assistants. Now, in section 8, we're going to be looking at mastering, like how you can master and use on platforms to get jobs. We're going to be looking at Upwork. I will teach you how I've been able to model my Upwork account to like attract clients to me, walk you through my Upwork account so that you can see the exact step that I've put in place that you can replicate. I'm also going to teach you how to make your profile stand out, how you can optimize your Upwork presence to like attract like proposals and all of that. I'm going to be teaching you how to write a winning proposal, and we're going to also explore other places where you can find VA jobs aside from freelancing platform. That is not all. We're going to have on section 9, we are looking at pricing and contract strategies. We're looking at virtual assistants in different industry, tips that you can use to negotiate your rates, how you can set your own price, how you can draft your contract, strategies that you can use to scale your earning and make money. And we're going to look at latest trend and career development in the virtual assistant field. In section 10, I'm going to be teaching you like basics of your interview, how to prep for your interview, how to set up your home space, how to manage online distraction, techniques for successfully acing your virtual assistant interview or even your in-person interview, like relevant things that you need to put on your CV, how career opportunities and career paths and continuous learning strategy. Now, there are also other extra bonuses of this training. We're going to have a 2-day graphic design class. We're going to have a crypto NFT training. We're going to have, I'm also going to give you my Upwork proposal templates that I've used to like land multiple jobs. We're going to embark on a 15-day job application marathon challenge to support you in landing your dream job. You have access to the class video recording for 6 months and you have certificates upon participation. So I don't know what If you can already see all you'll be gaining from this training, and if you're already excited about it. Now, my question to you is, if you don't know about me for the first time and you're meeting this training for the first time, how much are you willing to pay for this life-changing opportunity? Let me see it in the comment section. How much do you think that everything we have listed out with the community support and everything you get in this training, how much do you think you can pay for this life-changing opportunity? Let me see it in the comment section. Let me see it in the comment section. Now, this journey is for you. If you own a smartphone, you own a laptop, you have zero tech skills, or you have some and you want to improve it, or you have a desire to make money from your skills, you have a desire to help support, scale up your earning and all of that, you consider yourself someone that is self-driven, you're highly proactive, and you have the urge to upskill and attain your desired financial freedom. You are tired of the hustle of commuting to work daily. You want to just sit at home, work from your bedside while sipping your juice, and be a present parent for your children. You're interested in starting what will pay you, but not interested in doing buying and selling or like promoting things. You want to be a parent that is there for your children, like without jeopardizing not also having money, right? Because your children would have needs, right? So if you're looking to learn from somebody who has worked with international clients, earned in dollars since starting her journey, you're somebody who is willing to hold you by your hands and explain the tiniest and easiest thing to you in a way you would understand. You're not just looking for a coach, but you're looking for somebody who is active in the industry, somebody who is willing to teach you the practical aspect of things that you can actively use, somebody who is readily invested in your growth and success as a virtual assistant, somebody who is willing to teach you all the strategies and tactics to land high-paying clients, somebody who is also willing to mentor you, because you get me to mentor you till as long as you belong to my community, you get that mentorship, you get access to reach out to a community of other virtual assistants who are thriving. People, when you have issues and you share it, you see advice coming to you because you don't want to be a loner in this industry. And you want a teacher who understands how to teach both those locally and those international. Then you want to be in this training. The truth no coach will tell you is, to really succeed in this industry, and that is what I'm telling you for free, you need a unique selling proposition. You can be, right now, if you check, there are over millions of VA. You might not even be the 20th millionth VA. You might not even be among the first 20 million. Maybe you are among the first 50 million. But something needs to stand you out. And that can only come from a clarity section. So whether you have a bachelor's degree, you have a master's degree, you have undergraduate, or you just have a basic education, with the right clarity, you would get the approach and you will get the approach that you need to thrive in this industry. So do you need to leave your field entirely to go to another place, just become a VA? No. Even the field you have certification in, or you have your certificates in, also demand VA, and that's what you don't know. So training days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Training days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. From the next cohort, we'll be having our training from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nigerian time. All training days are live on a private Zoom. All training days are also recorded and shared immediately after the training. What do you stand to gain? In all honesty, everything. You stand to gain a coach that is knowledgeable. You stand to learn everything that I've listed here. You stand to belong to a community. You stand to get a support. You stand to be part of a thriving community. What do you stand to gain? Absolutely nothing. You would not. What do you stand to lose? Sorry. What do you stand to lose? Absolutely nothing. You're not losing anything. In all honesty, you're not losing on anything. Now, if I continue to share what so many of my students are saying, I must say from my heart, may Almighty God bless and increase in your ramification I'm still in module 4, but man, I'm so elated because my colleagues here are wondering what is wrong with admin, not knowing that the knowledge gained this evening can never leave me. Kai, coach, you do this one for me. So I must tell you that you are exceptionally kind. Your type is rare. Please keep being yourself, and God would do exceptionally great things in your life and family. And I can keep going on and on. This is a place to be. Chinyere is a very good teacher, detailed and honest. Trust me, she's honest, and you get more value than you bargain for. Thank you, Ma, so much for your impact in me. I recommend you join the class, 5-star. And like, I do not want to keep what you gain from the VA training is invaluable. Like, even if I tell you pay 100K, it cannot quantify it. If I tell you pay 1 million, he said the teaching is quite different. Kochi teaches with passion and with all of her strength just to see everyone succeed in the industry. And you can see. So how much are you going to pay? I see so many of us, all the amounts that you're listing. At this point, the training fee currently, it has potential of increasing. So you can grab this price right now. I will tell you that this is a discounted price. The training is currently at $37,500, or $50 if you're paying in dollars, or £50 if you're paying in pounds, or if you're in other countries. Now, if you want to register for this training, you want to be part of our next training that is starting next month, all you have to do is reach out to the group where you joined this training from, or reach out to the person that shared this training link with you, or reach out to the admin on the group that you want to register, and they will direct you on how to register. It is me who will be teaching you in this training, but some persons are affiliates in this program, so I want them to get the credit for what they have done, like telling you about this training. It's their credit and they deserve it. So the only thing I need you to do for me, don't be like, oh, we should be the one to train me. I will be the one to train you. This exact person who is talking to you today will be the same person that will train you. I'll be the same person that would onboard you in the group when you register. So reach out to whoever that shared the link with you. Tell them you want to register, and they will direct you on how to register. The next training is starting next month, and you don't want to miss out of it. Registration is already almost getting wrapped up. So if you want to join these cohorts, reach out to them and secure your slots. Now, I promise that I'm going to show you how I make 1K to 3K monthly, right? And this is it. I work with about 3 clients, and what I do for them are all easy peasy tasks that you'll be learning in the course of this training. Easy peasy tasks, they are the same things I'm teaching you. Those are the same things that I do for these clients, that they pay me in dollars, and I work for about 3 clients. And in your mind, maybe you're like a mom and you're like, is that even possible? She's a mom. That means I have a toddler. I'm a student. How is it possible? It's possible. It has to do with time management, how you plan it. Is it easy? The answer is no. But everybody has to eventually choose their own easy. You have to either choose your easy right now, or you choose your easy when you're in your 60s. So I'm choosing to face it heads on right now. So I work for one of them 40 hours. Like, I work for 2 persons 40 hours. And this is splitted, like it's not in a week. Across every month, I work for them for 40 hours. Sometimes I work at nights. Most times, because I've built a relationship with them, I tend to work at nights for them. That's because what they need me for is not something that I need to be present during the day. So you can get clients like that. And remember, I told you that relationship building is everything. Relationship building is everything. You can't trade it for anything. So I've been able to build relationship with my clients, and we're able to work comfortably, and they are not worried. They know that I will deliver. So I work for 2 of them 40 hours every month, across like the number of hours I work, and I work for one of them 30 hours every month. So one of them pays 20, one of them pays 30, one of them pays 15. And you can do the mathematics. The ones that pay 20 in 40 hours is 800 every month. The ones that pay 30 in 40 hours is 1,200 every month. The one that pays 15 in 30 hours is $450 every month. So every month, depending on the number of hours I work, I can comfortably make 1K to 3K. Some months is more, depending on the tax that they need me to do. Some months is between 1K, 1.5, 2K. Some months is 2K, 2.5, 3K. So I consistently have been making this, and I'm not. So registration is ongoing for the next cohort that is starting next month. I'm going to take our question. Just keep your questions coming in. I'm going to start taking your questions right now. The training fee is 37,500. Training days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're going to have a Zoom link sent to you during your trading days and on the group. Now, the timeline for the training is usually 6 to 7 weeks, like about 45 days to 50 days. It's almost a 2 months training. So it's about 6 weeks to 7 weeks. When we add the 15 days job application marathon, it's close to 2 months. So when I tell you that you're entering, that you're coming to an actual training ground, trust me, you're in for a very long, interesting section. So the training fee is $37,500 or $50. If you're interested, reach out to whoever sent you the link or the group that you've joined. I believe that if you're in my group, I'm going to send direction on how to register and what you can do from there. Just give a moment once this training is done. That can also be going on right now, but the training fee is $37,550. Now, the complete virtual assistant training is especially designed for you in mind. Aside from holding you by your hand, it is proven to take you from a complete beginner to a pro level and job and interview ready in 45 days. Mark it. This training would make me job ready, interview ready. As long as you take it serious, you do your assignments, you show up, you're ready for yourself, you'll be ready to start applying for a job even before the training ends, because you would have all of that. So right now will be question and answer section, and I'm going to stop sharing and begin to take your question and answer right now. So if you have any question, feel free to begin to drop them in the comment section, and I will begin to reply. So go ahead. I hope we've had a good section. I hope you've been able to learn 1 or 2 today. Let me know what you've been able to learn in the comment section. And I really look forward to seeing you in our bigger community. And I really look forward to seeing everybody win or thrive. So you get it. How do you get a job? Everything will be covered in the training. I said so already. Everything will be covered in the training. You're also going to belong to our community, and we share training. We share jobs there. I said that it's not on me to get you a job. I'm going to teach you where to find jobs, and you also get support in the community because we share opportunities there. So I'm going to give 5 more minutes for your questions, and after that, we're just going to call it a wrap. And usually when I train, I just tell people to keep keep trusting, keep pushing. I made a post this today, and I was telling people that sometimes things might just necessarily be slow. You don't need a laptop for the training. You don't need a laptop for the training. You can use your phone for the training. But a laptop and a phone is just like 2 persons are going to the market, right? And 1 person gets there faster because they're using a laptop, and 1 person takes a little bit time to get there because they're using a phone. So either ones can serve you. So if you want to pay, you can either, I don't know how you joined this training. If you saw it on my social media, send me a DM. If you saw it on somebody's group, reach out to them. Reach out to them. If you saw it on somebody's group, reach out to them. Cohort 8 starts April 7. The date was shifted, not March 28. Cohort 8 starts April 7. So cohort 8 will be starting April 7. Cohort 8 will be starting April 7 because I'm trying to like balance some things. If you have registered for the app, for the training, just hold on. Every information will be passed on the group. Training starts from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Training starts 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Somebody with a 9 to 5 can actually get a VA job. So yes. Training is 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nigerian time. The training will last for 6 to 7 weeks. Duration is 6 to 7 weeks. Duration is 6 to 7 weeks. Best training so far, quite educative and innovative. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I think if we do not have any other question, if you saw the link to join this training on my social media, just DM me and we'll give you process on how to register. For those of us who joined different communities to get to this training, like I said, I have affiliates who are promoting this course. So reach out to them and they will show you how to register. You don't have to worry. You would eventually get to me. I'm the one who would teach you, but in the meantime, reach out to the community admin where you are. I don't like to talk about processes on registering because I believe that they would guide you on how to register. That's why I said send a DM. Please tell us your social media. Michelle, how did you get to this training? Are you just joining on Zoom? How did you get to this training? How did you get to this training? That's how I can best help you. But reach out to the group where you are. They will direct you on how to register. Josephine, thank you. I learned that the most important is the 3R: right training, right skill set, and right mindset. That's good. I love that takeaway. So if you do not have any of them, you need to go and get it because it's very important. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for staying to this very end. Reach out to the WhatsApp group admin of where you got the training link from, and they will direct you on how to register. Again, deadline will be next month. Training starts April 7, so deadline is usually April 6, so that salary workers can also, those who want to join can. That's why the training is shifted to next month. So for those who are interested, you can send a DM. The training fee cannot be subsidized. It's already subsidized already. For somebody to sit and teach you for close to 2 months, what other subsidy are you looking for? Is it until they put their blood on the line? What other subsidy are you looking for? People do 1-day training for this exact amount. Am I lying or I'm saying the truth? So this is actually like the best you can get it. And I'm saying the best you can get it from. It's safe to say that I'm the best VA coach out there because I'm going to teach you exactly the way it is supposed to be taught. So that's that on that. And I would see all of us winning at the top. Keep your lights burning. Can we get a soft copy of this training? Yeah, once the video of this training is ready, I will send it like across and you will get it. Once you're ready, Elizabeth, just reach out and I think you should be fine to register. So in the meantime, I would just usually just encourage, keep your lights burning, keep chasing your dream, keep living to your full potential. Don't allow anything dim your lights, and eventually we'll all make it, okay? So even if right now things do not look as bright as should be, just have at the back of your mind that everything eventually everything eventually comes out beautiful at the end. Okay, take care everyone, have a great weekend, and I would see you in the main community. Bye.